While the government ordered ordinary Brits to cancel Christmas last year and to stop visiting grandparents and not to mix households, they seriously had something called the Rule of Six, limiting your social circle. They actually banned singing. What? It was crazy. While the government was doing all that, while they were ordering other people around like that, they themselves didn't follow it for a moment. Not their senior advisor, Dominic Cummings. Not the top scientist telling everyone not to mix and mingle. Well, he was caught zipping around the city having a torrid affair. Just so gross. The health minister himself, an idiot named Matt Hancock, he didn't even bother running around the city. He was a homewrecker right from the Parliament buildings themselves. He was caught by one of the United Kingdom's ubiquitous surveillance cameras. I don't like spy cameras, but it's a bit of karma that a spy camera caught the politician who installed the spy camera. But my point is, nobody in power follows the rules, except for Queen Elizabeth, whose husband of more than 70 years died, and she followed the rules sitting by herself alone with a mask on at his funeral. What a disgrace. She followed these pointless rules, but none of the politicians or bureaucrats did. And so today comes news that precisely when Boris Johnson was ordering citizens not to gather, why, there were a bunch of Christmas parties last year at 10 Downing Street. It seemed to start as sort of a hot mic moment. This story broke. Take a look at this.
I've just seen reports on Twitter that there was a Downing Street Christmas party on Friday night. Do you recognise those reports?
I went home. Hold on.
Would the Prime Minister condone having a Christmas party?
What's the answer?
I don't know.
It wasn't a party, it was cheese and wine.
Just be clear, it's not.
Is cheese and wine all right?
No.
It was a business meeting.
I'm joking.
It is recorded. His fictional party was a business meeting. And it was not socially distanced. One more.
And then video the party itself. Here's Jacob Rees-Mogg, a conservative. Take a look.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, my lords, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for coming. I heard that the comedian was speaking after me, and then Glenn started, and I thought, well, clearly it's going to be a whole evening of comedians, but I'm going to be bold. I may get to jokes at the end, but I've got from the 18th century joke book, which most of you won't find funny, but I find absolutely hilarious. But there we go. Mark was saying that we've had a couple of years that made people think that we should have lots of regulation, and it's been difficult for those of us who believe in free markets and free enterprise. But I'm going to disagree in a Christmassy sense, because I see we're all here obeying regulations, aren't we? I mean, this party is not going to be investigated by the police in a year's time. You are all very carefully socially distanced. We've moved, I'm pleased to tell you, from the metric back to the imperial system. I know you were all at least 2 inches away.
Oh ho, what a laugh. Imperial measure, not metric, not 2 meters, but 2 inches separation. What a droll man. 2 inches, not 2 meters. You get it? It's so funny. Ha 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 ha. No prison for him, no police bullying for him, certainly no masks for him. That's all performance art. This was a party for the elite insiders. They don't follow the rules. 2 inches, not 2 meters. Just the working classes and the Queen. Not the politicians, not the rulers, not the fancy people. But it looks like not only will Christmas be banned this year, a new lockdown put on Brits, but vax passes are back, as if they weren't just waiting for the right moment. That's an excerpt from my daily show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.